You want to know what this lovely famine feast is made of? Stay tuned, and I'll tell you at the end. Shout out to Mom for this awesome birthday present. Custom socks with her face on them. These are going to look good with Crocs. If I ever go outside again, that is. Wow, so I guess a little bit of time's gone by since I last uploaded that video on day 6, I believe it was. Wow, it's been 2 weeks since then. 3 weeks almost in total. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks, day 21. I guess time's starting to fly by faster because I'm beginning to enjoy this a little bit more. Why is that? Well, I learned that I could just walk back and forth in the hallway and count the steps on my phone. And it gives me something to do each day and exercise. And I feel better. A lot better. I also stopped watching the news in the morning. So the elephant in the room, this painting. When the quarantine is over or everybody's back to work, then I'll be done with this painting. But until then, I'm trying to put as much time and effort into it as possible so that I leave this era with a souvenir. And by as much time and effort as possible, I mean skipping days, and when I do finally get to it, maybe putting an hour in. My goal is to make it 30 or 90 hours worth of work at least. I've got about 4 hours of work into it, and we're on 3 weeks. So if I was an actual artist, I would not only be a starving one, but I would also likely be a homeless one as well with that type of work ethic. I definitely want to add color to this, but I'm doing it in black and white first to get the values correct. So that is making me a little bored and not really looking forward to working on it so much for so long. But I don't know. It would probably be like that if I was adding color anyway. Just crying about it. I really got to start putting the time in and stop waiting for moods to direct me. Not a good thing. Who wants to do work? It is work. Hopefully it's work. Because if it's work, then there'll be a payoff of some sort. I'm still trying to figure out the background. I don't really have a vision for the background in my mind yet. That's a little troubling, but it'll come to me. I don't always know what things are going to look like, but they'll be awesome. Because if it's not awesome, I can paint over it again until it's awesome. 2 days ago, I paced 11 miles in that hallway. I figured I would just put that on here because I'm pretty proud of that. I had a rather established walking habit before I became a shut-in. I'm sure the sudden halt in activity added to my anxiety in the beginning. All right, things are about to speed up here. I think you'll like this. So what you're seeing here, these aren't mouth teeth. These are face teeth. And it's really hard to understand that unless you're a crazy person like me, I guess. A lot more work is going to be done to his head, face, and such. And I don't know, there's going to be a lot of perspectives. And I just really wanted to start working on the robe and hands and feet and stuff like that. So what you're going to see is I'm going to leave the head unfinished big time. But it's going to look kind of like it could be a finished thing. But it's definitely not. It's not going to look anything like this when it's done. Well, maybe a little bit. When I first started recording these videos, I would record them in regular speed, and then I would just edit every little piece out of it that had no action. So you get like a time-lapse, kind of like what we're watching now. This is just time-lapse. I just recorded it in time-lapse, and it saves me so much time. It's amazing. Now, if you're a smart person that just started recording in time-lapse to begin with and did not do every extra step that I did in the beginning, then it's probably not that amazing to you. I get the ball, I just got to run with it, even if it's in the wrong direction. You know, I think I actually did score a goal against my own team in soccer when I was a kid. So if you're actually wondering what I'm doing here in hopes to learn anything, I don't really even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of laying down some paint, maybe not trying to make it too heavy so that my options stay open. You know, once you cake it on, it makes it harder to backtrack and do different things. I really want to try to have nice brush strokes with this. So I'm definitely thinking I want to really shine with the brush strokes this time. So I'm going to try to paint the brush strokes in the direction of the shapes that they're representing. So we'll see how that goes. Another thing that you'll likely see me doing here is just kind of randomly tapping the brush everywhere. I don't want things to look uniform. And so I don't want a whole bunch of brush strokes next to each other that are the exact same color. So depending on what color is on my brush, I'll just kind of put a little here, put a little there in spots that I think could use that color. And so I'm hoping it'll all kind of materialize and look special, which I'm sure it'll be great. And by color right now, obviously I don't mean color, I mean shades of gray and black and white. Shout out to anybody watching this that's eating food. If you're just like snacking and watching this, right on. Like you're exactly what we want. You are it. Oh, and if anybody wants to comment and tell me what they would like to see in the background, maybe we could work something out. Maybe you'll have a good idea and I'll go with it. You know, maybe a couple people will say different things. I'll throw it all in there. I don't know. I definitely really want to figure out what's in the background so I can get started on it, because that could be pretty tedious too. I mean, I want it to be a high quality painting, so I don't want to just like put a lame background in there, but I need to start sketching something. And if you're lame and watching this, I'm sorry if that offended you. I'm really not biased against lames. I mean, I got lame friends, some of them. So I'm basically just throwing some paint down. Still no idea about the background, but I know that the more of that regular canvas color I can get rid of, the more I can start to define the character even better. My grandmother painted those geese there. I like that painting. I've had this one for several years. She painted this elephant for me too, rather quickly. The green sneakers made him camouflaged, so you can't see him there in that green grass. She just had a birthday in March, 88. Did that painting 2 years ago. I'm really looking forward to getting this robe to look like a robe. I've been watching tutorials online about painting fabric, and which really isn't that much different than painting anything else. You just want to make sure you put everything where it needs to be. And basically, you are not supposed to rush it. I was assured that when you first start really putting the values down where they need to be and not concentrating on the whole picture, it may take long at first, but after a while, you'll get faster at it. And we tend to want to paint things the way we think they should be while we're doing something, and really that's just counterproductive. You're better off not even putting something down than to be counterproductive. So basically, I work on it in 25-minute sessions. My phone's been crapping out on me a little bit, and I've been losing footage, so I've been doing 13-minute sessions back to back. And what that does is that gives you time to work on it where you're actually concentrating. You can get complacent after a while. Your attention span gets lost, and then you just end up putting paint down where it shouldn't be, and you lose that focus, that brilliance. So I pretty much have the whole canvas covered in paint, and that's good. So basically, I'll just basically have lights and darks fighting with each other until the form starts to materialize. And hopefully I have a background idea soon. I'm really looking forward to putting a background in. I'm not really sure what it's going to be yet. Of course, I keep saying that over and over again because it bothers me. Seriously, if you have an idea, just put it in the comments below. That'll be awesome. I don't care what it is. You can tell me something stupid. Maybe I'll still paint it back there because it'll be fun. And again, if you're stupid, and I really didn't mean to offend you by talking about things being stupid. I know lots of stupid people. These are great people. Tremendous. Ciao. Oh, really? You're still here watching for this? All right, a promise is a promise. It's basically just sauteed onions and cabbage cooked in bacon fat. I saved the bacon fat because that's what you do if you think you might be stuck inside. A habit I will take with me even during times of prosperity. These are fried potatoes. Who doesn't know what fried potatoes are? Awesome. Very awesome. Don't eat these every day, but definitely a mood enhancer after being inside for 7 or 8 days or so. And then finally, what you're going to see here is some very fine gruel. Sauteed onions and bacon, red lentils, and of course, potatoes again. That's what you have when you're poor. Do yourself a favor. Don't go broke. But this is delicious. But you don't want to eat this every day. All right, now I'm out. See you next time.